If you do want to click the link in Clubhouse at the top, or if you want to Instagram in my bio, go check out my YouTube at the bottom of that link. I know a lot of times we listen to the audio, but sometimes we gotta actually see what's going on so we know how to get to the bag. So again, you can go ahead and come watch us here on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, make sure, hey, check in. Let us know who you are and where you from in the comments. It's always a great time to network, take advantage of the opportunity there. So go ahead and drop your information, whether you are YouTube or if you sit it on Clubhouse, go ahead, drop that information in there as well. Again, this is a time for us to network. Today, we're going to be talking about some vending machines. Yes, we're going to be talking about some vending machines in government contracting. Like, can you actually do this with government contracting? You may have heard about making money with vending machines, but ain't nobody really talking about doing government contracts with it. And just the FY, I haven't done no vending machines with government contracts, so I'm not going to say that I am a guru of vending machines and government contracting, but I will tell you that contracts is contracts, and I'm pretty sure if I wanted to do vending machines and government contracts, I could do it. And I'll show you guys today exactly the process that I would go through to get started with doing vending machines and government contracts. But in the meantime, again, make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. Don't be stingy with the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit it. Also, make sure that you are telling some other entrepreneurs about what we got going on over here. This is the only way that they're going to learn about working with the number one customer in the world. And you guys have been doing a tremendous job at it. We've hit 6,000 subscribers because of each and every one of you all. So I do thank you. Our watch hours are getting crazy over here. So I definitely appreciate each and every person who continues to support the channel here. Again, if you guys would like to give some input, like what are some topics that you want to learn about, you can go to govconcheatcodes.com and you'll see a link in the top left hand corner where you can actually give us some advice of some things that you want to learn. And we'll make sure that we make some content based on that. But again, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out here with us. Once again, if you're watching on Instagram or if you're in Clubhouse and you'd like to view live what we're doing, you can click the link up there at the top. Join us on over here on YouTube live. If you're watching this replay, make sure you go ahead, hit that subscribe button, tell another minority entrepreneur about what we got going on over here each and every Thursday. I will give you guys a update too. I am thinking about changing the Thursday to like Monday or Tuesday, but I'll keep you all updated on that. Just based off the analytics, people don't watch YouTube on the weekends. So since I need the analytics to boost, and you guys do such an amazing job of sharing this stuff out, if we start sharing it out on Monday and Tuesday, I think I could get even better results. But we'll check all that out. Again, I'm going to keep you guys updated on all of this stuff that we got going on over here. But today we're here again to dive into vending machines. Before I get into it, we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping. You guys know we like to get that in the beginning. If you're watching it on replay, you probably want to fast forward maybe about 4 or 5 minutes and we'll dive into the segment. But if you are here on live, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the information here so you can know what's going on. If you want to stay updated with what we have, what we're doing, what we have access to, again, you can always visit travisknows.com. If you go to travisknows.com and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can find all of my social media accounts, from the YouTube, the Instagram, the Facebooks, the Clubhouse, Twitter, you name it, it's all right there. Also, if you want to get into any programs that I got going on, you can find those at travisknows.com as well. Now, we do have a 7-day government contracting challenge coming up. Once again, you can find that at Travis Knows, or you could go to puremoneygovcon.com/7-day challenge and join it. It starts this Monday for $297. We're going to be going live 7 days a week, okay, at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And I'm going to teach you guys how to cheat in this thing called government contracting. I'm going to show you exactly how I would get started, how to position yourself, how to do the research correctly. I have a bunch of scripts that I'm going to be sharing with you. And it's going to be live challenges that you have to do each and every day. Then we're going to jump on Zoom. We're going to discuss it, talk about it for an hour. Make sure you know exactly what it is that I was explaining there so you can proceed forward to the next day. Once again, if you would like to go and join that challenge that starts this Monday, puremoneygovcon.com/7-day challenge, or visit travisknows.com. Click the link there and scroll down. You'll see that 7-day challenge. If you want to get in my 1-year program, yes, we have a program for 1 year. This is what it looks like. You'll have access to my back office. We've done a lot of videos, a lot of research. That's all literally right here. Once you find your agency that you want to work with, again, we've done the homework, the research, so you can quickly access information for that agency and keep proceeding forward in your journey. Not only do we have all of this training back here in the back office, but every last Monday of the month, we meet on Zoom so I can answer your questions. So I know you're going to get stuck, but again, that's why we have the Zoom call, so I can get those questions answered. This is 1 year access. You also get access to my private Discord channel. So again, you can put your questions in that chat and myself or somebody from the team will answer it. If it's too complicated, we'll answer it on those Monday Zoom calls. Or look, we got some superstars in the group. They can actually answer the question for you. It's all about communicating and networking inside of that group, and everybody's on the same page. If you would like to access that, again, it's puremoneygovcon.com. I will warn you, the price does go up $100 every person that purchases. I believe the last time we were here was at $17.79. As you can see, it is at $19.79 right now. So if you want to join this 1 year program, puremoneygovcon.com, get access to it now before the price goes up again. You also get 25% commissions of everything that I'm talking about. Once you join it, you get 25% commissions for telling somebody else about it. And when they sign up, you make money. That means you sign 4 people up. Okay, you sign 4 people up. You get this entire program for free. If you sign 10 people up, well, you just put some coins in your pocket and now you can start paying for some help and some other services out here. So again, puremoneygovcon.com, join the program. If you're still lost and you're confused and you're thinking it's government contracting for me, I want you to visit govconcheatcodes.com or code, doesn't matter. Once you get here, you can take the assessment located right there. Once you take that assessment, it will knock you to where we can best help you with your government contracting journey. Also, we have some free downloads right here. You go right there. You can click on these downloads. It'll bring you here. And guys, there's some worksheets right here that you can take advantage of. They're completely for free. So go ahead and take advantage of those. Again, if you would like to pay for some of our other services here, you can do that too. All of this stuff that you will see right here is included in my 1 year program. So the smartest thing to do is go ahead and get into that 1 year program. But again, GovCon Cheat Codes is not only where you can come take the assessment, but you can also give us content advice, some suggestions of what you would like to learn a little bit more about. Now that we got all that housekeeping out of the way, we can go ahead and get to, well, the sauce of what you guys are here for. Now, I do want to check out these comments, though. You know, I always like to share some love with the people who support me. So, again, those of you who are commenting there, I want to see who we got in the house right now real quick before we get started. We got garden scientists. Where should I be shaking? Let's see, you say, where should I be shaking hands and kissing babies out here in LA? What kind of events or meetings should I be attending? That's a great question right there. Great question. Now, before I answer that question, everybody, don't forget, if you guys have questions, make sure you put a Q in the front, followed by a dash, then put your question, because I do like to interact with you all. So I'm going to be having y'all dropping some fire signs, some dollar emojis. You know we're going to make this statement here in a minute, so get ready to type that in there to the comments as well. But anyways, anytime you have a question about anything that I'm talking about today, make sure you put a Q with a hash mark and then put your question so we can quickly find that there. In the meantime, while I get ready to answer this question that pop up, y'all know how we get started. I want all of you all to type in the chats, no matter where you are, because I believe the government contracting is all about the mind. I don't think it's too hard. It's too complicated to do business when you think about it on the side that I do, which is not using your hands to generate revenue, but using OPT, other people's time, to make money, just like your boss is doing to you. I think that's the mindset. So I need each and every one of you all to type in the chats, no matter where you are. Hey, we got to get it. I am a millionaire. That's the first thing that I need you to do. I am a millionaire. Go ahead and type that into the chat, because guys, if you don't believe that you are a millionaire, then this process probably is going to sound confusing. It may sound like you can't quite do it. So again, go ahead and drop that. I am a millionaire. I need you to believe in yourself. Oh, I appreciate the badges that are going on. I think they're called badges on YouTube. I got to actually look up the real word for those. But I got badges on Instagram and YouTube right now. So I appreciate that support. But I see the millionaires coming in. That's the very first start. Okay, you got to believe that you're a millionaire. Now, garden scientist asked a great question. Where should I go shake hands and kiss babies at out here in LA? Well, one, we're going to switch our mindset to I am a millionaire, because we need to do bigger deals. In order to do bigger deals, I got to start thinking, where are millionaires going to be hanging out at, right? Because I don't want to go where people are got like $20 in their pocket. I want to go to where the people that have my money, where are they located at? Where are they hanging out? Are they going on a golf course, right? Do they go out and play golf? Because if that's the case, then I want to make sure that I start registering at local golf courses in there. I don't know why I'm drawing the clubhouse. Make sure I become a member to that. Okay. Do they get on boats? Well, I want to get into a boat club. I want to get in that organization. A lot of this stuff can be found on like Eventbrite, Meetup. Okay. Those are things that you could look for. Also, since you're doing government contracting and we're looking at our state and local government, I also want to look at the economic development, the EDC. Everybody has an economic development in their local area. So I want to make sure that I know what they're up to for the next 10 years in my area. Like, what's the plan? Lastly, and I mean, there's more things that I would do, but you're talking about shaking hands and kissing babies right now. I want to know my politicians. It is November. I haven't run across a politician right now that don't want some money out of your pocket. You know what I'm saying? They want your vote. So you got an opportunity right now to start to network with the people who are going to be moving money in your local jurisdiction as well as your state. I would always advise everybody to volunteer, you know, especially if you're going to be volunteering for the winter. The winner that's going to have access. I mean, the winner that has access to hundreds of millions of dollars in your local backyard, go volunteer for that person that you believe is going to win. When they win, I mean, you already been shaking hands and kissing babies with the right team. And just like that, now you have a millionaire mindset. Then I tell you, it all starts with the mindset. If you start to operate like how the millionaires operate and be in the right place, you ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice but to make that money like a millionaire. Come on, man. I hope that helped you out right there. Of course, there's going to be more research and more stuff based on your niche to find events to go to, but that's a great place to start. Simple Life, top of the morning. Sensei, top of the morning to you too. Top of the morning. I guess 2:19 is top of the morning. Maybe that's West Coast. Because I've been up since 8:30. I'm wired. You feel me? I've been trying to make up at 5 o'clock, but that 5 a.m. just ain't working out for a brother. You know, one day I'm going to get it right. Weight loss and fitness. Can this work if I live in Canada and just create a LLC to do government contracting? I mean, that sounds like a winner to me. You feel me? See, didn't I see Simple Life? I knew you was out in California. You said top of the morning. It had to be in Cali. Top of the morning to you. Great weather in San Diego. If y'all have never got out there in the weather in San Diego, you got to check it out. Don't forget, guys, make sure you are hitting that like, that subscribe button. And most importantly, you're telling another minority entrepreneur to get in here. We're going to dive into very soon here looking at vending machines and government contracting. And guys, I'm doing it raw, right? I've never looked at vending machine. Well, I've looked at it before. I'm not going to say I've never looked at it, but I've never really paid it any attention. So I'm going to be showing you guys, if I was getting started in this industry, if I was consulting to a company who needed some help getting some money in vending machine businesses, what I would be doing. So make sure you guys are staying tuned here. We're going to get started in a minute. I do like to go through the comments here for a second before we get rolling. Again, make sure you are dropping your information down there in the chat here on YouTube. If you're on Instagram or Clubhouse, you can click the links and you can find the YouTube channel. It's at the top of Clubhouse, or Instagram, the bio. Scroll down to YouTube, join us here. Do you get taxed on your government contracts? Come on, brother. You get taxed on money. You make money, you get taxed. Yes, you are going to get taxed on government contracts, but that's the least of our worries, guys. You should like getting taxed. If you get taxed, that means that you're making money. But the beauty about if you get taxed to make money, you get to play in a different system. You get to avoid paying taxes if you learn how to move your money correctly. So we got to love to pay taxes. Trust me. Make more money so you can pay taxes so you can have that problem. That's a good problem to have. My name is JC from Delaware. Me and my sister are working to open a government contracting business together. Your teaching has been extremely helpful. I appreciate you, JC. I truly do. And what a place to be in for government contracting, to get those headquarters out there in Delaware for those tax reasons that I was just talking about. But I'm glad that I've been able to help and support you there along that journey. Kanisha, what's happening with you? Glad that you are here. Oh, man, Reese, you said you missed me last week? Come on, man. You can't be missing me like that. Nah, I know. I've been a little shaky on my times. I've been trying to figure this analytics stuff out. So, again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys hanging. Make sure you're hitting those bells, turning the notifications on, because I will be here on Thursdays for now. It may switch up, but that's why you need to go to travisknows.com. Just turn the bells on all the social media channels. I will show up at one of them during the week. I appreciate you, Deli. I hope I'm saying that correctly, for subscribing and sharing this out. We got 67 people on here right now. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you. Shirley, what's happening with you? All right, guys. I'm going to say what's up to some more people a little bit later on. We're going to dive into it real quick here. How do you go with government contracting and vending machines? Once again, make sure you're sharing this channel out. Make sure you're telling somebody else about what's going on, because we're about to dive into this thing. The first thing that I would start to think about is my research. No matter what the niche is, I'm always going to start with research first. The research is going to help me to strategically move in this journey of government contracting. Now, I'm going to show you guys a couple things today, because yes, we're going to look at vending machines, but I told you government contracting is about the mindset. So most people, when they get into a niche or they get into a business, again, they're thinking about their hands again. So they're thinking about them driving and filling up these vending machines and going to the store to purchase the products and all of this stuff that creates another job, that creates more work. So yes, I'm going to show you how to work here real quickly. But for some of you all, you guys are going to realize, like, wait a minute, I don't need to be doing this. I just need to know about how to do it correctly. And then I can start to build around it to create wealth for myself based off the skill sets that you're going to pick up by doing government contracting. Now, if you guys are ready to hear something about that, I need you to drop a fire emoji in the chat. I need to know if you're ready. If you guys are tuning in, I'm not really sure where everybody's tuning in from right now, but go ahead and drop a fire emoji down there in the chat if you're ready to hear about making these millions in government contracting with vending machines. Well, we got to see if we can make millions. I'm not sure if we can make millions, but I'm pretty sure we can make a couple 100,000 though. I don't know about millions, but we'll see. We're going to check it out. I appreciate the fire emojis coming in there. Don't forget, if you have a question, put a Q followed by a dash, and I will get back to those questions as we go here through the chat. Now, the first thing I'm going to be doing is looking at fpds.gov or usaspending.gov. Now, I'm going to start here with usaspending.gov. All right. These are the two places that I'm going to research and find out, like, hey, who got my money? Or if anybody even got my money. Everybody asks Travis, hey, does the government buy it? Well, look, here's the two spots you can go look. You don't even have to worry about my advice. I could be lying to you. Who knows? You can come right here and look for yourself and see if the government buys. Now, I went back to 2018. We could technically just erase fiscal year 2023. It really hasn't popped off yet. Don't forget, the government ends its fiscal year at the end of September. October, November, the end of September. So this October 1st is the new fiscal year for them. So they're already into the 2023 fiscal year. 2022 is over. So I'm going back here and I'm just going to start with the basics. Again, I'm acting like I don't know anything about this stuff. So, I'm about to say something. You need to search in Boolean. So I was about to say acting like I don't know about this stuff, but most people don't know about Boolean search. You need to Google Boolean search to learn how to search, optimize your searching for government platforms. All right. They're not like Google because Google didn't set up the government site. A contractor did. Right. And a contractor decided to set all the stuff up with Boolean search methods. So you need to Google Boolean search, and that's going to help you look through this stuff better. Now, again, I'll be honest, I use tools, all right, but I like to show the internet the free stuff because the internet's for free. So let's go ahead and look up. I'm going to put in quotations, vending machine in USA spending. Okay, once again, I am in USA spending. If you need access to a guide, you can go to govconcheatcodes.com. Go to those resources, and I actually have a guide there that has tons of information that you can download for free. Now, again, once I put vending machine in the years, I'm just going to hit search. I'm not even going to look through anything else. All right, now, I said vending spending. I don't know why I put vending spending. See, look, I was about to say only one. Vending, I can't spell. Vending machine. All right, so now that I put vending machine in instead of vending spending, all right, so there was 107 opportunities in the last 5 years. Now, I'm not saying that these are 5-year contracts. I'm just so used to looking back 4 or 5 years because the contracts that were awarded 4 or 5 years ago, chances are that they're coming up for renewal. Now, it could be some of those type contracts from 4 or 5 years ago. But anyways, we're going to dive into this. Now, I'm not going to look in stuff into great detail. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. But I am going to skim through stuff so you can have an idea what you need to go back and look at. Now, as I can see right here, these are some contract award IDs. These are solicitation numbers, the contract numbers right here on my left-hand side. This does not mean that every contract we see here is for vending machines. We may need to read inside of it because a piece of it could have been vending machines. The contractor's name, because I put it in quotation marks, it should have been searching for vending machine together instead of looking for vending or machine and vending in machine. That's how like Google search works. I told it to look just for the string vending machine. So I don't know why it popped up. I need to read and figure out like, well, what is the reason? I'm not going to take the assumption that every one of these are vending machine opportunities. Okay. But what I'm going to do here is scroll down to the bottom, and I'm going to move this over to the left a little bit here because I want to check out a couple things before I get to looking and clicking. Well, one, I can see here's the awarded amount. So our very first opportunity for vending machines came in at $676,000. Now, this is a basic description. Again, it does not mean, okay, what that's for. But if I look right here, it says new construction award, renovate a building. Now, in my mind, from doing government contracting, this is why I told you guys some things could be tied up inside of something. I believe if I was to look into this contract, that a vending machine component needs to be tied into this contract. Now, we're going to look at this one in a minute here, see if I can find more information, but I just wanted to show you guys that very quickly. The next one that I look at right here, what is it? Parking revenue collection equipment. It could be a vending machine in a parking lot over there. Okay. Well, we see vendor supplies and machine rentals for $408,000. Well, I don't know. I ain't the smartest mother in the world, but I mean, vending supplies and machine rentals, I think you can do that. Okay. If you do vending machines. All right. What do we got? Auto crib vending machines. Three Rivers Lakes automated fee machines. What else we got around here? Cell phone storage, robo crib, pay stations. Again, you start to look through this stuff and you can see, well, maybe this stuff is vending machines that they're asking for. And we're still, I've been scrolling for a little while and we're still at $48,000. Now, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I've been listening to some of these vending machine people and they ain't talking about no $48,000 off the break. This is a contract that, you can get $48,000 locked in right here of what they're asking for. And again, I need to read the opportunity too. So don't quote me on that because I know somebody try to hold me to it. But, I do need to read the opportunity to see what the government's asking for. My sole method is so you can see that there's contracts for vending machines. Right? Don't just take my word and run with it like, yo, I'm going to get $48,000. No, you need to read the opportunity and see what the person who has the money is talking about with vending machines. I ain't got your vending machine money for $40,000. I would never pay $40,000 for a vending machine. But hey, somebody will. And this is a customer. But we're going to go back up here to this $678,000 opportunity. Now, if I scroll down here to the bottom so I can scroll over some more, the other thing that I'm looking at now is who is the customers that's looking for vending machine stuff. So let's say all of that stuff was vending machines that I looked at. Well, now I got the customer, DOD. Oh, man, I'm seeing a lot of DOD. So in my mind, I need to prepare myself to work with the DOD. Now, if I look over here, this will let me know. So DOD is the big agency. That's the one over top of all of them. I have to get through the doors of DOD. There's a firewall right here. There's a couple firewalls. The first firewall is working with the government, period. I got to get in sam.gov, right? That is my very first firewall. Once I get through sam.gov, okay, I got to get to the next firewall. Who's the customer that got my money? Well, Department of Defense got my money right now. Also, I seen something like, what was that other one? HHS or something of that nature, I believe. So those would be my two customers. Let me see. I'm trying to look something up. Department of Defense. Yeah, honestly, I would just stick with Department of Defense. I wouldn't even worry about anybody else. So Department of Defense is going to be my main customer. I don't need any other agency. DOD is what I want to lock myself into. Now that I've locked myself into the DOD as a customer, now I want to understand, well, who inside of DOD do I really need to work with? The DOD's firewall is in place. I got to get through that firewall next in order to talk to the next person. So we got the government's firewall, sam.gov. I got to get through that system. Now I'm understanding I'm not working with the government. I just had to get through the government system. Now I got to figure out my customer. Since I did my research, I understand that my customer is under the Department of Defense. I got to get through that firewall next. How do I work with Department of Defense? They have a OSDBU, Small Business Department. I need to start shaking hands and kissing babies. Understanding their process. What is their process of working with small businesses? I don't care what the rest of the government's process is. I care about the person who got my money, who's sitting right here because I did the research. Now, all of a sudden, I'm looking and okay, I got past the DOD's firewall. Well, where do I want to direct myself in the DOD? Because the DOD is extremely large. Well, if I look right here, I think I seen Army pop up more than anybody else. So I'm saying, okay, the Army is one of my customers inside of DOD. I seen the Air Force pop up a lot. The Air Force is one of my customers inside of the DOD. And I seen the Navy. The Navy, that's 3 different customers inside of the DOD. Guess what? I'm going to have 3 different capability statements. One for the Army, one for the Navy, one for the Air Force. Could you imagine trying to use the words for the Army to go talk to the Air Force, and you already know they got like little rivalry wars going on, talking about who's better than the other, and you in here using Army words to talk to the Air Force, and you wonder why you can't win nothing? You can't win nothing because you ain't thinking like a millionaire. A millionaire would never do that. We understand that we're in sales, and we understand that sales is people. People want to feel special, especially when you talk about this type of money. You know what I'm saying? Is it their money? No. But they want to feel rewarded on changing a business owner's life. They want to feel rewarded knowing that they helped a company grow that eventually be on TV or in a magazine of being the top 100 small businesses. They feel rewarded for doing that too. So if you start to treat people like people, you'll get better results. It's that simple. So in order for me to treat a person like a person, I need to know what the hell I'm talking about before I go sit in front of somebody. Well, now that I know the Army, Air Force, and Navy were the top 3 customers, well, I'm going to specifically write to them. I'm not going to take the lazy route and just have one capability statement like, oh man, ain't nothing working for me. It ain't working because you ain't working. You want to be lazy so you get lazy results. But imagine when you start being strategic and you take a little bit more time. You dot those I's and you cross those T's. And the only way that you can dot an I and cross a T is by researching first, the stuff that people don't want to do. The research will set you free. Now that I get back here, okay, so I'm Department of Army. Let's take a look at this opportunity here. I'm going to scroll back over so I can see the solicitation number. Again, you always want to make sure that you're clicking on the solicitation number. Now, I can see the recipient. This is the company who got awarded this information. Now I know who a potential teammate is, or it could be a competitor. I may need them. They're all the way in California. I ain't got nothing in California, so I could possibly call them because I found the opportunity that they could fulfill in California, and we can help each other out. Now I know this. So who was this with? DOD. Okay, I believe this was with the Army. Now I know what NAICS code they use. Okay, I'm assuming, I haven't read through it all. I'm assuming that this is a vending machine contract because I read through it and looked. And now I know what NAICS code they use for vending machines in the DOD. I don't have to think about what my NAICS code is. All I had to do was research first. Now I see not only the NAICS code that they use in the DOD. So I always like to say that the NAICS code is like Walmart. It got every damn thing in it. Yeah, your NAICS code got every damn thing in it. That's like the broad overview. But see, once you can understand, or maybe we'll say the NAICS code is like Walmart. It's like an aisle, right? You get your NAICS code, you know what aisle some of this shit is on, right? So if you go down aisle 12, that's the bread, the condiments. I mean, they just got a list of stuff. That's what a NAICS code is. You go down the aisle, it got a bunch of stuff in it. But when you get the PSC code, it tells you what shelf that product is on. So now that I have the PSC code, I understand that the DOD Army utilizes this PSC code for vending machines. If I look through this contract, now again, I'm saying if I did a little more reading, I'm doing this a little skimming over it with you guys here on live. But if I read through this thing, it came through as a vending machine contract. I looked right here. This is the PSC code that the Army used to explain that vending machine services is on that shelf. It will help me later on when I do my searching. Instead of just searching for words, I could just search for PSC codes and it'll pull up all of the opportunities that got awarded. Hope you guys are understanding this. Drop a $sign in the chat if you guys are understanding what I'm picking up so far. Once again, drop a $sign in the chat if you are understanding what I am telling you right now when it comes to doing the research first. How it will take you to the money. That's what I'm talking about. We picking it up. All right, so now as I proceed on, I can see what's been going on. There's been some modification numbers here. They've been adding stuff in, fees, machines, blah, 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 blah. You can check out. So $6,000 look like they've had this opportunity for quite a while. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This is just one customer. I can come right down here. I believe it's under competition list details. What does it say right here? Competition details. Number of offers received, 1. There was no competition. This is a sole source opportunity directly awarded to this person. No proposal needed to be written. None of that. This is a vending machine opportunity for a total of $44,000 in the last 5 years. Now that's what, a little less than $10,000? A little less than $10,000 a year for 5 years? That's just one customer. Imagine you lock in 10 of those customers. Right? Now again, I personally do not operate in this space. When I first got started in government contracting, yes, I did operate in spaces that were a lower ticket item like this. But once I realized, which I'm going to be showing you guys here in a minute, that I could do even more and it was the same amount of work, I realized, well, why the hell would I go after vending machine? Small dollar contracts like this. But what I love about the vending machine contract, the reason why your mind needs to shift is because this could be your way through the door to your $2 million contract, your $5 million contract, your $20 million contract. This could be the way through the door to your $80 million partnership, to your $125 million joint venture, to being on the team that generates $1 billion with one opportunity. All because you had the vending machine in a location. You have to understand what I'm telling you right now. This is why your mindset got to flip. All because you understood having a vending machine down in the Army's location that's secured, that you need to get a badge to get to, allows you to walk into rooms that I myself can't even get in. All because you got a goddamn vending machine that's making $44,000 in 5 years. See, somebody going to try to play that like, yo, that's only a couple dollars. But only the stupid person is going to play that. I understand the access that you just got to for $44,000. $44,000 gave you a profit guaranteed, but it also opened up the door for $10 million if you really understand this government contracting game. You see what I'm saying? You just can't be complacent with the 44,000. You can't get excited and say, oh my God, I just got government contracts. Like, okay, that's cute, but let's move on, man. I'm not excited about a $44,000 contract when the customer says on USA Spending that they got $7 trillion. You think I'm excited about $44,000? You didn't even put a dent in the budget, but I'm happy for you. But the happiness, what, about an hour? Come on, we got to keep pushing because you just did something that nobody else knew how to do. Win one contract. That's all it takes. I keep telling everybody it just takes one contract to change your life with this customer. Because once you realize how to win one, you can go back and win 10. But it starts with the one. And you can eliminate the fear that I'm going to lose the contract because you ain't had a contract to lose. So go get your first contract. Stop fucking around. It's that simple. So can government contracting create wealth for you? What is it? Can I make a fortune with government contracting? I just told you the formula to make a fortune with government contracting. Did you guys want me to pull up $1 million worth of government contracts and vending machines? Well, I mean, we just looked through the search right here. You seen that there's 600,000, 40,000, 50,000. I mean, again, that's cute. But continuing to do $50,000 contracts over and over again, that's work to me. I need too many $50,000 contracts to sustain my life. Why would I keep just looking at $50,000 contracts when I can see into the future? I can realize if I put the pieces together by doing the research first, that I could put all the players in one space and collect. My space would be the army if I'm starting with vending machines. Now, again, I'm going to show you one more quick site, and then I'm going to go into the $1 million strategy behind the vending machines. Drop a fire emoji down there in the chat if you're enjoying this information. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're on Clubhouse, you can click the link at the top. Join us here live on YouTube. See what we got going on. If you are sitting on Clubhouse, I do ask you to share this out. Come on, man. Hit that share button. Let other minority entrepreneurs know what's going on. If you're here on YouTube, once again, hit that subscribe button. Share this live feed out. We're probably going to be here for another 30 minutes. I always say I'm trying to get it in just an hour, but that never happens because, you know, we got to answer some questions and things of that nature. But go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Share this out. I seen a couple people purchase some badges on YouTube. You know I'm going to give y'all a shout out here in a minute, but I appreciate the support. Same thing with Instagram. I seen a couple badges there. I appreciate the support. If you guys have questions about anything that I have said, make sure you put a Q. Go ahead, put a dash and then your question so it can help me when I'm scrolling back through looking at this information here. If you'd like to get more on government contracting and get into our 7-day challenge, you can actually visit www.travisknows.com. You will see a link for our 7-day challenge. It starts this Monday. Yes, this Monday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We will have live challenges for you each and every day for the next 7 days to teach you about government contracting. The cost is $297, but you also get to tell somebody else about it. Have them sign up and you earn $100 every time somebody signs up. And we're going to be running this every quarter. So that means every quarter you get an opportunity to earn some more money by joining the program today. Anyways, let's dive back into here. The next thing I'm going to go to is fpds.gov. I appreciate all the fire emojis in the chat too. Y'all are picking up some information today. That is what I'm talking about. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the money? Y'all is ready for the money. I'm coming over here and I'm doing the exact same thing. Remember, quotation marks, vending machine. FPDS is another platform that allows me to search for already awarded opportunities. Y'all know I'm a cheater. So I'm going to copy off already awarded individuals. You know what I'm saying? They got the formula. Why would I try to look up a new one? I'm going to click on date sign right here. And I'm going to see what happened in 2022 using the word vending machine. I got 9,644 right here with industrial direct company. Now, somebody asked me one more time, can my company do this? When I'm showing you, Let's take a look right here. We're going to take a look at MSC Industrial Direct. That don't sound like a vending machine company. See, you cheat yourself out of opportunity because you like, my company don't sound like a vending machine company. I didn't ask that. Neither did the government. Now, what you shouldn't do is niche yourself out. You should just have a nice little regular name. That way that regular name can do anything. All right, so we can see right here, the date sign. Well, first of all, let's take a look up here. We got Nicholas Langley at bep.gov, and we also have Brad Ander something. Yeah, we got Brad right here, okay? And we got Frederick Porter. I don't know who they are, but this also gives me opportunity to search through this agency, whoever BEP is, what we're going to look for in a second. We could search through their directory, hopefully, and find some name tags with some descriptions under their name and find out who these individuals are. They could be interns. You know what I'm saying? It could be a whole list of who these people are. But the other thing that I understand right here is that this agency, BEP, okay, if I want to get in contact with somebody in BEP, chances are it's going to be their first name dot their last name at bep.gov. As you can see, the naming convention stays the same. So that's another trick right there. You know what I'm saying? Now I come down here and I see that this got signed on 9/26. The completion date is 9/9. I don't know how that operates like that. The ultimate completion date is this time next year. Okay. So for $9,600, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing is looking for, let's scroll down here, call for industrial supplies, vending machine equipment, and services. All right. It's probably vending machines. I don't know. You got to look into it further. You got to go down there and ask now. You got to ask some more questions. But I know only one offer was received, and it was for a BPA, a blanket purchase agreement. So they've set aside this opportunity for this person to fulfill. And it's just one. And now I can find out my competition. Like this is Industrial Direct over in Melville, New York. 75 Maxis Road. I got their phone number that I could give a call to. These are things that I could utilize for myself to help build my vision. Now, again, if I start aligning these opportunities, right, I start putting a list together of all of these opportunities that were already awarded, I can now focus my daily actions. Like, why the hell would I need to go over there and talk to Department of Energy when I already did the research and I know the agency that got all my money? It doesn't matter what's going on with Department of Energy. That's like you jumping into clubhouse rooms all day and listening to stuff that can't change your life. That's the same thing that you would be doing by consuming information with the Department of Energy, and you just did your research and you found out Department of Energy ain't spending that money. This is why we need the research first. You don't have to ask. Listen, there's money for everything. For every opportunity, there's money available for this customer. It just takes you researching to find out who the hell the customer is. I'm telling you, the broad customer, the Walmart of customers is called government contracting. Matter of fact, not the Walmart of customers. I'll take that back. The Amazon of customers is the government. Now, once we get inside of Amazon, just like this real Amazon, there's compartments, departments, compartments, whichever one you want to call it. There's pockets of opportunity all around Amazon. And guess what? This branch of Amazon don't talk to that branch on the West Coast. They don't know anything about what goes on with each other. This is how these big businesses work. Lockheed Martin East don't know what's going on with Lockheed Martin West because they don't need to. Only us as minority business owners, small mom pop shops, do we worry about everything that goes on. This is why you can't scale and build a business, because you all up in everybody else's business that's trying to help you, trying to tell them what they need to do. See, one thing that I realized, the way that I'm able to scale and do business so easily is because usually I don't know how to do anything that's going on. I know how to run business. I know how to move money. I know the basics. Don't get it twisted. Like, don't think that I'm just getting stuff and I blindly don't know absolutely anything. I just know that I'm not a subject matter expert in it. Like, y'all see my Instagram, I've been watching Google for the last 3 days. When I get off of here, I'm going right back to Google. Not to learn how to work in it, but so I can educate myself on how it operates. So then I go get the subject matter expert. Because if I'm not an expert in it, then I can't possibly do it. What did I tell you guys? I'm not a vending machine expert. But what do I know? I know that there's 300 Instagram pages. Nah, 300 might be too low. 3,000 Instagram pages about vending machines, and they talking about driving all around the goddamn town. And they telling everybody else to get in the vending machine. So what do I know? If I wanted to get into the vending machine business, I ain't got no problem finding people to work the vending machines. That is not a problem. Everybody out here with a vending machine is trying to figure out how to make some money, and none of them wanted to look at this customer called the government. So all of a sudden, I can get myself involved in here without me ever buying a vending machine. Here goes the $1 million plays. I'm never buying a vending machine. Instead, I'm going to pay attention to the people with the vending machines, find out where they're located at, what state they're in, what county they're in, and I'm going to get my business registered with that government to do this vending machine business. Now, here's the other kicker, guys. I told you the $1 million play. Let me look, man. Y'all about to get me started in here. The $1 million play to vending machines is for you not to do the damn vending machines. The $1 million play to the vending machines is to get everybody else to do it. Now, when I look through these platforms, I'm looking for people who have vending machines in the backyard of those contracts. And I'm using a word. Somebody type this in the chat. This is going to be the magical word that takes you to the million. I'm going to be a vending machine consultant. Somebody type consultant in the chat. I'm going to be a vending machine consultant to everybody with a vending machine, because based on my research of quickly glimpsing through this thing, right? I just looked quickly. I showed y'all $600,000 contracts. I showed you $40,000 contracts, $50,000 contracts. Like, I showed you guys that it is money there, but based off my research, it ain't enough money for my hands to be worried about this. It ain't enough money for me really to give it too much attention to, because I can't create a lifetime of wealth just off vending machines. But what I will use it as a strategic approach to take me to the millions. Now, as I'm looking at these vending machine opportunities and I'm thinking about somebody else doing it in their own backyard, because I realize all the vending machine people don't want to look at the number one customer in the world called the government. I'm going to become the vending machine consultant where I can make 10, 14, hell, 8%. I don't care about the percentage. Figure out the percentage, work it out, where you can make the percentage to win government contracts under your business name and subcontract it out to people who have the vending machines that's always looking for a place to get this work. I tell y'all, man, I treat business like the drug movies do. You need that work, I'm going to go get that work. So now I'm dishing out the work. You get a vending machine over there. You get a vending machine over there. The beauty about me taking the lead of this, I'm called the prime contractor now. Now that I'm the prime contractor, they're going to give me the badge. They're going to give me the access to the government. I get to walk in the building now. When my subcontractor goes down to fill up the vending machine, who the hell do you think is going to be next to him? Me. Am I putting anything inside of that vending machine? Absolutely not, because it's not my vending machine, and I pay that person to load and get the money out of the vending machine. That's their job. It's their own business, right? In their mind, they created a business, a vending machine business for themselves. In my mind, I got them more sales for their vending machine business, but I know that they're just working because they're down here doing it. I'm creating a business. I'm understanding that while you load that vending machine and you go and drive back and forth to get the supplies for that vending machine, I get an opportunity to sit in front of the decision maker of a $5 million opportunity. I get an opportunity to sit in front of the program manager because I bumped into him because he really liked those granola bars that he suggested that go in that vending machine. And I told you to put them in there, and those granola bars are in there, and he's appreciative of it. All of a sudden, that program manager has another $8 million opportunity, and he figures, well, hell, since I listened to him about the granola bars, I would only listen to him about this help desk opportunity. You see how that works? All of a sudden, I went from a $40,000 vending machine project, not using my hands, saying, hey, all right, that's going to make me $5,000 in profit because I'm going to get the other person the rest of the money. That's the most money that they've made in the vending machines in one shot like that. So they're going to be excited. At the same time, I didn't lose no money, but I didn't make as much money. But I understood that this door is going to open to $10 million. But if your mind can't think like that, you wouldn't understand this process. This is why you got to keep watching the videos. This is why you got to get around a community that's going to help your mind switch in the way that you operate. It's not hard to make $1 million. It's the mind that's blocking you. And the reason it's blocking you because it wasn't taught to make $1 million. It was taught to make money per hour. If you continue to make money per hour for the rest of your life, I know that you'll never be wealthy. And when I say wealthy, I mean that you have your time to enjoy all the money that you got. You can't get to that level because you have to keep exchanging your time for money. Again, I'm not knocking a job. I never do. You can absolutely learn how to run and operate a multi-million-dollar business at work if you would just stop hanging out with the people in the goddamn cafeteria all day and start hanging with upper management. If you stop taking smoke breaks and figure out how to cheat the clock, and instead you give more time into that business off of the clock next to upper management. See, I ain't say give more time in the business just to do no pointless work. Like, I'm not going to push papers for you with my extra time, but I'll give you more time while I'm at work off of the clock if it's with upper management. If I can learn how to operate a multi-million-dollar business, I'll give you extra time because I understand in my mind, most people have paid $60,000. Look, you could just, I'm not making this stuff up, right? None of the stuff that I'm talking about is my emotions. If I just look at statistics, in the system that they've created, they've literally made you come up off $60,000 for education, $40,000. People are still paying back student loans. Man, I know people who are 70 years old still paying back student loans. And they taught you how to be capped at how much money you can make. Again, as long as you're making money per hour, I know what problems you're going to come up to. But when you can realize that you can make the same amount of money that you make per hour, 2,080 hours a year, 365 days later, if you realize that you can make that same amount of money in the next 2 days, in 30 days, hell, in a couple hours, if you realize that you can make that type of money that quickly, then, oh my God, your mind gonna start changing. When you realize that you could get a contract for $1.5 million to do social media like you're doing right now, each and every day, right? The same social media that you're posting on right now, that you're looking at things that are going on right now, you can literally get paid by the government to do this. $1.5 million contract just went out for 3 years. A man said that's like $15,000 a week. Yeah. I was at the event this weekend. He broke that math down. But see, even in his mind, I had to get him to understand how his mindset was about to walk him back down into working again. See, he had a marketing agency, right? And I told him about that contract. And my man Global told him about that contract. All of a sudden, he said, yo, that's $15,000 a week. He said the number per day, I forget what it was. I'm like, yeah. He goes, do you know how much money that is for me to post? And I said, see, look, you're using that word again. You're talking about what I can do again. Do you understand that that's $15,000 to post on one social media account each and every week that you could actually pay not a person from another country? See, I ain't talking about doing that VA stuff in another country where you about to set yourself up and get in trouble. Actually paying an American person, you could pay them $5,000 a month and you keep $10,000. See, You got to not be greedy. You got to understand that money is of abundance. You got to realize for $5,000, this is an investment right here in my mind. If I invest $5,000 into a social media specialist, that they can make money off just this one account and they're going to be more than excited and they're here in America. See, I didn't take the cheap route of $400 a week, like what, $2,800 a month. I didn't take that cheap route because I realized government contracting wants me to work with American citizens. So I pay an American citizen $5,000 for $10,000. Maybe I even paid them $10,000 and I get $5,000. Do you understand what I'm saying? The reason that I'm paying them $10,000 and I get $5,000 is because I ain't got to do no more work. Right? I get to make $5,000 every post. See, the smart person is like, yo, I get to make $10,000 a post, but guess what? They still got to do all the posting. I get to make $5,000 every time you post and I ain't got to do nothing. What I realized too is that I created a system that now I can replicate this formula and go do it again for somebody else. Now, all of a sudden, if I go get 3 of those contracts, I make $15,000 every time my 3 people post. And I just get to sit back and not do nothing. And they're happy. They're excited to get $10,000 per post. So am I. Keep doing a hell of a job. This is how I would do vending machines as well. There's absolutely no difference in what I'm saying between vending machines and social media. It's all the same to me. The reason government contracting is hard for individuals is because you keep thinking. You're thinking about this process too hard, too complicated. And the reason you're thinking about it too complicated is because you keep thinking about your hands doing the work. As long as you think about your hands doing the work, then you're going to keep confusing yourself more and more. You can start out with what you know, but you got to understand. You have to do so many different things in order to perform your skill. So if I'm in vending machines, again, you're probably like, well, Travis, how do I line up $10 million like you just said? Because all I know how to do is vending machines. Well, see, there you go. That's where you're messing up. You're saying all I know how to do is vending machines. And the reason you're saying that is because we've been in America. America needs titles for everything. So I just need you to put a title on everything that you do. Everything that you do currently at this moment in life, I can find a title for it. So check this out. If you're doing vending machines and you realize that you got to go source products, well, can't you source other products? Right? Don't you have the skill sets to just source anything? It just so happens that you source bags of chips and candy bars and sodas. What if I told you to go source computers, iPhones, laptops? Nobody said that you couldn't do that. You can't count yourself out. You got to understand that you're in the business of sourcing supplies, not vending machines. See, I told you, if you think about your hands doing the vending machines, so you just go look at vending machines. But if you realize that you're in the business of sourcing supplies and you happen to have a specialty in vending machines, I also know how to source soap. I know how to source food. I know how to source T-shirts. I mean, I could just source other things. But now I also got to look at, well, if I'm sourcing all of these products and I'm delivering this stuff, whether it was just the vending machines, well, I still had to know logistics, right? Like I had to get people from point A to point B. I need to do the calculations for my gas and all that. Like that's logistics. So all of a sudden now I can look at some logistics contracts because it's going to take the same amount. Like it's the same skill set as logistics. Well, maybe logistics confuses you a little bit too much. You like, yo, I ain't really into logistics. You know what I'm saying? Like logistics got some terms in it that scares the hell out of me. But I do need to stay organized in everything that I do in order to understand, you know, when the machines needed to get refilled, how much money is going on. I got to stay organized in this process. So isn't that administrative work? You see what I'm saying here? In order for you to do the vending machine stuff, you had to do some admin work. So when they asked you for what your past experience was for that administrative contract, well, you've been doing vending machines for the last 15 years. So you got 15 years of admin experience. It's impossible to run a goddamn vending machine business without the admin work. And just like that, I'm now adding on to my capabilities, and I took what looked like only a couple $100,000 in the vending machine industry with the government, and I realized this customer has $7 trillion, and I'm about to run up a bag with them. But it started with vending machines. If you guys are understanding how you can make a fortune in vending machines with government contracting, I need you to drop a $sign down there in the bottom of the chat. Go ahead and drop that $sign. Let me know that you guys are picking up this information. In the meantime, I'm about to scroll through this thing and look for any questions, because I think I've explained all that it was to vending machine and government contracting. I hope that you guys picked it up too. You know what I'm saying? I see the $signs coming in. So that must mean that you guys have picked up what I have put down. I appreciate each and every one of you all. But we about to dive into this thing. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead, put a Q with your question. I'm going to start scrolling back here through this chat. Also, you could put your information there in the chat too, man. Don't forget. Drop that information. It's all about networking, building up this team of resources right here. All right, I'm live from Clubhouse Live. First time on YouTube Live. Well, I appreciate you coming on over here from YouTube. Based out in New York. Appreciate you hollering at me from New York. Don't forget, guys, we do have the 7-day government contracting challenge starting this Monday. You can go to puremoneygovcon.com/7-day challenge, or go to travisknows.com and you'll find it right there. I will give you a warning, though. I've had a hiccup in the system. So if you join the challenge and you get sent some emails, don't worry about it. Okay, you're going to be sent some new emails in the next 24 to 48 hours. But we will be getting started this Monday for 7 days straight live. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get started in government contracting. Diane, I'm ready for a constant government contracting jewels. I hope that I dropped some of those jewels for you here today. You know, Robert, what's going on? I love my guy Robert, man, out there in Florida. Amazing individual. If you guys are on Clubhouse, y'all see my man Robert in the morning. Definitely check him out. He's crushing the contracts right now in the lawn, and I said the lawn. I was about to say the landscaping. I'm mixing up words, lawn care and landscaping. But yes, he is crushing that industry right now. I appreciate you, Robert. Oh, Diane got a super sticker. That's what it's called, super stickers. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you, Diane, for the super sticker. Thank you very much. I am going to be looking this week inside of my sauce. So everybody that buys a badge or a super sticker, if you go to travisknows.com, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a tab for Get the Sauce. This is my give back to you all for supporting me on my channel, purchasing those badges no matter where you are. I do want to thank you. So again, I appreciate you for doing that. All right, RB Tucker, here we go. The first question. I've been waiting for my cage code for 2 weeks. He said, damn, how long does it take? Or could be a she, he. My apologies for whichever one it is. But RB, the government's a little backed up, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. The government's a little backed up. It ain't supposed to take that long, but yeah, they've been taking quite a while right now. What I would advise you is to go to sam.gov, pull up that help desk number and give them a call. That's always going to hopefully help push your stuff to the top if you cry enough. And trust me, I don't mind crying for the things that I know that I want. You know how a little kid cry on the floor and kick and scream, I want ice cream. Yeah, that's me. When I know I want something and you got to do it, oh man, I'm crying like a little hoe. Yes, sir. So I would advise you, you know what I'm saying, get on that digital and get to crying to them, you know, because you need that. You need that. I see all the millionaires in here. That's what I'm talking about. I see all the comments. I'm a millionaire. I told you it starts with the mind. I see it. All right. Do I need a seller's permit to sell to the government in Maryland? Do I need a seller's permit to sell to government in Maryland? Maryland government, no. Okay. Answer that question. Nah, man, we don't need no seller's permits. I'm a trillionaire. Come on, man. Trillionaires in the house. Oh, I really like this one. See, didn't I tell y'all Robert? Oh, look, he know about this contracting game, man. Look, man, Robert he's on his path to multi-millions. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better check out Robert down there in Florida. Kia, what's happening with you? Glad to see you up here today. Chamber of Commerce. Hey guys, definitely, man. You want to make sure that you guys are networking out there. Everybody got a Chamber of Commerce around them. Make sure you guys are tapping in with your local Chamber of Commerce, man. It may cost you a couple dollars. But come on, man. You done ate up. I think the Chamber of Commerce may be like $40 or something like that. I don't even care if it's $140 or $200, like for the year membership. You have eaten. Somebody be real with me. Put a me in the chat if you have eaten $200 in a month. Matter of fact, not even in a month. Put a yeah in the chat if you have eaten $200 in a week. Just go ahead. Let's be real. Have you eaten $200 in the chat? Put a yeah, me, something of that nature. Because I know I have. You know what I'm saying? So what if for 1 week you sacrifice not eating? And you said, instead of me eating up the $200, which I know for a fact is not going to give me absolutely any return on investment because I ate it. Like, it feels good at the moment. It felt good while it was going down. I may even have slept good that night because I had the itis. You know what I'm saying? And then I wake up the next day and I forgot to brush my teeth or something. So I may got like a little taste in my tooth that I remember what I ate last night. But I mean, it ain't really giving me no ROI. I could take this $200 and invest into the Chamber of Commerce membership. And now I got 365 days to turn $200 into $2 million. I mean, I can't do that with food. There's no opportunity there. But now all of a sudden, oh my goodness, instead of me eating fancy for 1 week and taking Instagram pictures of it and making the whole world, society feel like I'm doing it, instead of worrying about what society thinks the image of me is, I decided to invest this $200 and go sit in front of people that got money. I mean, it's so easy to make money. We're just making it complicated because we're not sitting in the right rooms. We keep sitting in the rooms with all the people that want to just eat an STK all day to take Instagram pictures. Change the way that you invest that money and watch how it starts turning the ROI on you. So guys, you need to be a part of your local Chamber of Commerce. There's a Black Chamber of Commerce. Usually whatever niche that you're in, there's a Chamber of Commerce for that. I mean, it's just all types of damn groups and nonprofits and all types of stuff that fit your niche industry. If you want to play with the big boys, you got to go where they at. Come on now. What did Kanisha say? Los Angeles area, city, county has money. Reach out to me. Hey, look, Kanisha, she part of the Pure Money Gang. When we say gang, gathering and networking genuinely. You better tap in. You know where them contracts at out there on the West Coast? Hey, Travis, can you cover, you said in the past that you don't pay taxes on products. Can you touch on this? Yeah, I don't pay taxes on products. And you got to go look at the video for selling products. I think I talked about it in there. You know what I'm saying? It's just a form. It's sitting right there in the video. Do they tax your government contracts? I think I said yes. I don't even know what that means. Do they tax your government contracts? Like, there ain't no sales tax. You wrote the proposal. They're going to pay your proposal. And you need to pay taxes. Travis, I've been trying to change my business name and I'm getting the runaround. IRS is automated. I can't get a live person. LegalZoom telling me to contact the IRS. Well, damn. You know, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would tell you the if you're on Clubhouse, there's a guy, Coach Austin, or you go to Instagram, Coach Austin. He making help better with the startup business paperwork processes. I'm not really, I got my stuff running, but I ain't a subject matter expert of starting business from scratch, that stuff. So I'm not even gonna act like I'm that. Alfred Elliott, I'm a real estate investor. Is there contracts in that field? Absolutely, there's contracts in real estate. with the government. The government does not buy real estate, though. That's the only thing that you got to start to pay attention to. The government leases real estate. So we don't need no license. We don't need no certifications, degrees. You need buildings. You need access to buildings. So the government's always going to tell you what area they want to lease something in. Now, the beauty is we got to remove our emotions. It ain't about where we want to lease stuff to. We need to figure out where the hell the government wants to lease at. And then we need to take our time to do our research and figure out, based off the zip code that they give me and the radius, where the hell is the exact specs? Like, they're going to give you specs for the building that they want to lease. You need to go find the building and read the opportunity. Sometimes you need to be the owner. Sometimes you don't. You need to read the opportunity to see exactly what it's asking for. Marquita, what's happening with you? Come on, man. Appreciate you being here, Marquita. Listening while working my 9 to 5. Come on now. Hey, better take this information in while you're at that 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of the 9 to 5. Get that bag off the 9 to 5. Hey, you can get all your employees while you working at that 9 to 5. Come on now. Come on, man. You can get employees to leave their job for an extra $10,000. I'm just saying. You can get them up out of there. $10,000 spread over $10,000 spread over 2,080 hours, 365 days. I mean, that's like $100 a payroll or something like that. I mean, I don't know, something small. You stretch that thing out, and you all of a sudden get to build an extra staff for extra $10,000 because you wasn't greedy, right? You got to pick people up because you wasn't greedy, and now you just built a goddamn $1 million. Let me go. Let me stop. Yeah. Oh, we got some answers here. You can change your LLC name with your state admin first, then update the IRS and change the name. You have to call the IRS 9 a.m. soon as they open 2 to 3 times if you want to get through. Hey, look, that's what this teamwork is all about right here, man. Somebody knows the answer to something. This is why you have to ask the questions that you want to know answers to. You never know who got the answer for you. So I appreciate you for sharing that right there. All right, we got the fire emojis going right here. It's now, let's see. He says he's waiting on his cage code. Should I do now or wait for my cage code to come in? Question, Dylan. I need a seller's permit to middleman products. Yeah, I think I answered that. Man, Diane, we would like to begin a subleasing real estate to the government in Texas. Please show us the best way to research and start. Honestly, it would be the exact same way that I showed you for vending machines. You're just going to change the word, change it to leasing, and look in your backyard. You said Texas, so do a little more searching through the filters and utilize the filters. I hate to plug my own stuff, but if you get into my program, I teach you how to cheat, which is learning how to search better. And if you search these companies in your backyard, or at least, and I always tell people to search in your backyard first because you could pull up. But now you can search in your backyard to see if there's any leasing opportunities. I will say the biggest leasers of the government is the Army. They're always leasing stuff. I mean, every day. Now, because of the pandemic, like you had HHS that was leasing a lot of buildings for healthcare and testing and all this other stuff. So you do got to pay attention kind of to the economy as well. But for the most part, you just need to search for the leasing, see who's been winning. And then you got to get in the habit, and this is for everybody, no matter the niche. You really got to get in the habit of reading opportunities, because it doesn't, like, I'm giving you guys, remember, I'm giving you the big overview of stuff. I'm giving you guys the Walmart. I'm teaching you guys that Walmart and Amazon's here. I need you to understand that Walmart and Amazon will allow you to walk through their headquarter doors. That is what I'm here to teach you about. But to actually, go down onto the shelf of getting them to grab your product, that's going to take a little more advanced information. And now we got to start, learning business development and sales and that stuff of that nature, which takes a little bit more time. And that's why we have created our programs to teach you again how we utilize our cheating method. And at the same time, I realize you're not going to learn this stuff overnight, right? This is also like people be DMing me questions and stuff. I don't answer questions outside of my live, just FYI. So if you send me DMs, I'm probably not going to answer them because I'm here on live and you get an opportunity to ask in public like this, and I can answer the same question that everybody got at one time. And chances are that, honestly, my answer probably ain't going to help you too much because your mind's not going to be able to process this information. And you're going to need to ask more questions, and you're going to need to be around a community that's actually doing this stuff over and over again. So again, that's why I don't answer those DMs. But I will tell you, once you can understand that you can do leasing, it's not about leasing in Texas. It's about mastering the process of leasing and understanding that niche and understanding what forms need to be filled out. If you don't have ownership of the building, how can you represent the owner and things of that nature? And now you'll become a master at leasing, where you can now lease in Nevada, you can lease in Texas, you can lease in Florida, because you're never touching the work. You know how to get on the phone and read what the government's asking you for. Again, it only matters with the person with the money. What do they want? And all of them are going to say something a little bit different. But the beauty, if you really lock in and home in how I teach, you're not worried about what all the government's doing. You're worried about what this agency is doing. And chances are, if this agency acquires leasing opportunities this one way, the rest of the way is going to be the exact same. So when you go try to work with the whole government, now you got to learn like 15 different ways of conducting business with the whole government, which is going to frustrate you, confuse you, and then you're going to feel like you can't make it work. But when you understand how to do leasing with just the Army, you will become a subject matter expert of leasing with the Army. And now all of a sudden you can spread your wings out to the Navy, to whoever else. I hope that makes sense. All right. Question: does the government pay business owners to place vending machines in the facilities? How about ATM machines? I'm sure, use the same stuff that we just looked through. I've walked in government buildings, there were ATM machines there. No, just got to look through. Not sure about NAICS codes. I assume you could change the name. I guess he asked about changing NAICS codes. You could change the NAICS codes whenever you want. Do I need selling certifications in state and selling the products? No, you don't need certifications. We're working with the federal government. They don't ask for no certifications. And chances are you weren't the person making the product anyways. So since you're not the person touching the work, you don't need certifications to submit a... Guys, again, we're thinking about this process way too hard. Like, it's a quote. You're going to go find the iPhone. They said they want iPhones. You're going to find out how much you can get iPhones for. You're going to submit the quote over to the government. The government's going to say, yes, we want to go ahead and buy your stuff. They give you a purchase order. You get the purchase order back. You go ahead and buy the iPhones from Apple or whoever the hell you're getting them from at whatever price you agreed upon them with. All of a sudden, you're going to get delivered the products over to the government. The government's going to accept the products. Then they're going to pay you because you delivered what they asked for. Now, whatever price you put on top of that, cool. You're going to end up paying your subcontractor if you didn't have to pay them up front. Usually with products, you're going to have to pay them up front. But some of them may give you a net 30 or something of that nature. If you got to pay up front, how do I get the money? If you go to travisknows.com, you can actually apply for a loan that's small business friendly. Okay, that's an option right there. You can use credit cards. Instead of eating up all the money on a credit card, you can use the credit card to acquire these products that the government's asking for. It's that simple. And use the points from spending $1 million in wood for the government. And now you get to fly all around the world, not just off of your money that you're going to be making off the government, but off all of the points that they got you to earn right there. See, these are the $1 million plays right here. All right. Man, I done answered that certification question like a million times. He said, hey, I caught the live, Ty. I appreciate you being here. I'm glad that you were able to catch this live. Hopefully you're still on. Dropping some of these nuggets. Community Love Project, Miles Goodwin. I appreciate you dropping your info right here. Make sure y'all tap into my man Miles right there. Todd, what's happening with you, Todd? Pleasure to see you here, my brother. Let me see what else we got here. I should start playing my music, man. I keep forgetting that I got music on this board. Y'all know I got this fancy little soundboard. I can get some tunes for the next questions here.
You already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag.
Somebody said the Google alerts. I see y'all been watching these videos. Y'all been watching these videos out here. Don't forget, man, go ahead, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, share this information out so another business owner can find out what the heck we got going on over here, man. You guys have been a tremendous support. I appreciate each and every one of you all who continue to support the mission that we got going on over here. We couldn't do it without you all. So again, I do thank you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are new here. Shaw said taking notes over here. Hey, I appreciate you taking notes, but you know I'm gonna tell y'all I don't keep it 100 at all times. Take them notes, man, but notes ain't gonna teach you nothing. You got to be able to take action with them notes to confirm what you wrote down is true. This is just gonna be words on the paper. Keep in mind they calling you to fix the vending machine. Something go wrong, you got to call the company you hired to fix the problem. Make sure you build the problem. Yeah, I mean that's why you read the opportunity. Remember, guys, I told you to read the opportunity and know what you need done. This is just a brief overview. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that I just gave you guys the whole play of running a vending machine business. I'm just giving y'all an overview that there's vending machine contracts out there. You still need to be able to run. My bad. You still need to be able to run your vending machine business. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give you guys any advice today on running a business. If you think that I did, you're tripping. I gave you advice on a customer that has a whole lot of money and you still need to bring the business to it. All right. I just want to make that clear right now. They have government contracts for vending machines. Yes, I just showed that. The government is the biggest customer. Absolutely. I bought a course on day trading, but I wouldn't mind doing some government contracting work. Hey, actually, I was a day trader and then turned to a government contractor. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get this next course and you'll find out, man. 1-year program, puremoneygovcon.com. Join us. I'm ready to get it going like now. Come on. Hop into the Pure Money family, man. We a big family over here. We all about sharing that love, man. You can use software to do that. I mean, there's software to do all of this stuff. Again, guys, I'm just showing you guys the free route, but I don't do this free stuff, man. I use software. This process will take 6 weeks. I'm not sure what process that is. What about t-shirt business? Again, you could do government contracts and everything. When purchasing product, does it get delivered to me directly or can I set up directly to the location? Again, this is why you have to read the actual opportunity. The opportunity will tell you how it needs to be delivered. If you're like this is drop shipping, right? It can be, yes, it can be drop shipping. If the packaging company for wherever the products is coming from can label the stuff correctly, the way that the government told you to label it, then great. They can send it straight to the government and you ain't got nothing else to do. You just want to make sure it's delivered and everything is labeled the way that it said, and boom, you in there. If they can't do that, then it needs to get delivered to you. And then once it gets delivered to you, you need to go ahead and make the next step delivery because you need to package it up correctly. And there's other type of things too. I'm just not going to say it on the internet right now. Not on these live feeds, but things that you could do in a state of emergencies in case you can't get stuff places like China. There's ways around everything, but I don't want to talk about that on this live. All right. Don't be scared to get this money. Come on, don't work. Don't be scared to get this money. You dig? Who said they was nervous? What? Somebody said they was nervous. Did I miss that? Oh, got the LLC. You just nervous to execute? Listen, I always say this, ladies. Y'all run multi-billion-dollar businesses. If you go look into these extremely large businesses, they're being ran and operated by women. And if you look into these extremely successful women, they usually have like a coach that's a man. And it's because you just need some courage because you already got the skill sets. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Women naturally have the skill sets to run and operate multi-billion-dollar businesses. And you have those skill sets because you naturally can care for children like no other, right? Like the mother is the one who cares for the child as far as like if the child scrapes itself and fall and all that stuff. Y'all make sure y'all give them confidence, kiss the boo-boo, all that. A man ain't going to do that. So the way that you care for a child, you actually care for businesses the exact same way. So I just want to let you know, like, you have the skill sets already to run a multi-million-dollar business. You just need that encouragement, that motivation. You need to get your battery charged up. And I'm telling you, hey, if we ain't charging your battery up on here today, just get around the community, man. One thing the mind does not like to do is to be the person that's missing out, like the one at the bottom. So when you put yourself around people who are doing the things that you want to do, the mind's not going to have a choice. Well, it's going to have two options. Either it's going to quit. All right. So now it could give itself the excuse, well, I ain't got to worry about looking at other successful people because I just quit and got out. Or it's going to challenge itself to keep up with everybody around them. And that's the part that I like. I like to challenge myself. My mentors right now, they're making over $100 million. You know, they challenge me every time I get on the phone with them. And that's what I need. And I think that's what everybody needs. But yes, you got it. Make it happen. You got the hard part out the way, the LLC. All right, let me see what else we got right here. I guess I was asking for some money signs right there. Okay. Picking up, thank y'all. Yeah. You ready to go? That's what I'm talking about. That's why we here today. Ken, will you go over leasing opportunities, how you could go through the process? This is what I'll tell you to do. Go to not Pure Money. Go to govconcheatcodes.com. I have a box in there that says content suggestions. So go ahead and fill out that information and let me know that you want to know about leasing opportunities. And maybe one day I will make a video on leasing opportunities. If you would like this stuff done expeditiously, you could join into my programs. You know what I'm saying? But you could definitely go drop it into the content box. And hey, when we get to talking about a leasing video, we'll be more than happy to drop that there. So when I'm building my team and reaching out to a small business for any kind of partnership, should I have a contract bidder for already? Read that again. So when I'm building my team and reaching out to small businesses for any kind of partnership, should I have a contract bid it for already, or should I bid after? Well, I mean, come on, man. Come on. Let's talk through this. Okay. And I ain't picking on you. Everybody's probably thinking this way. Now let's read it. So when I'm building my team or reaching out to small businesses for any type of partnership, should I have a contract bidded for already? How can you bid a contract and you don't know how much it's going to cost you? See what I'm saying? Like that is a failure if you go that route. Like the math don't math up. Before you even have that thought in your head, like just understand, well, how could I put a bid in if I don't know how much the people who are going to do the work are going to charge me? So now I understand too that I can't ask people how much they're going to charge me for work if I don't know what they're working on. So that means that I need to go find the opportunity first that's out in the streets. Then I need to build a team around to find out how much it's going to cost for them to perform that opportunity. And then I can submit my proposal based off the amount that it's going to cost me and then the profit that I'm going to put on top. Any other way around, you're going to set yourself up. Could you sell ammo to the government? Come on, man. We sell ammo right now. Go look at my Instagram, officialtravisdavis.com. I got a post up there. It's pinned to the top to teach you about ammo information. Matter of fact, I think I put it on my YouTube. It's a YouTube short. Teach you about ammo right there. There's the video. Just got to go watch it. Dr. Trades, before I found you, I was in another page. I spent $1K with understanding I was approved for $36K. Now they said I'm not approved, so I lost $1K. What I'm saying is everybody watch out. You definitely got to watch out. You got to watch out. You got to keep your head on the swivel out here in these streets. Weight loss fitness, I appreciate this. This is better than trading stocks and future. I can get you more money than trading stocks and future. I'm just saying. I told y'all I traded stocks and future. I still do trade stocks, FYI, by the way. But what I found out, right? Check this out. What I found out is when trading stocks, most people want to take their $200, their $50, their $100 and turn it in like $5,000, $15,000, $50,000. I mean, once you take $50, right? Hear me out. If you put in $50 and it earns $50, you got to be excited about that because you got to understand percentages and realize how hard it was for 50 to flip 50. That's 100%. You got 100% return on investment. Most people don't do that. But the problem was it was only $50. You know what I'm saying? So what happens instead of you investing in the stocks and you start investing in educating on how to make $5,000 in an hour, how to get a contract for $500,000 for 2 months of work. Now, when you have $100,000 to invest in the stock market and it jumps up 5%, you pretty excited. It jumps up 50%. Hell, you out of this world. It goes 100%. I mean, mama, I made it. You know what I'm saying? All because you stopped doing $50 and you learn how to make money faster. So now you could trade $500,000 and be okay with 3% returns, 4% returns, instead of chasing 100 and 1,000% returns like these people with $50 trying to get $5,000 in return. That math just don't math to me. All right, so I appreciate that badge there. Again, weight loss and fitness, and I may need to holler at you, know what I'm saying? If you got some vegan recipes over there, holler at your boy. All right, let me see. We in an hour. I'm going to be on here for 2 hours, so I got 20 more minutes. If I bid on water delivery contracts, should I call around the companies as I'm bidding, or should I already have won the contract? I think that was the same question. You got the answer to that one. You know the answer now. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, I got the answer if you understand. Taxes. Do you recommend to organize taxes via QuickBooks? Do you pay yourself or the income you made? Now, I do want to make a claim. I'm nobody's tax expert, not no CPA or anything of that nature. I actually have those on my team, but I am an employee to my own company. Okay. Everybody should be an employee to their own company. You should get W-2s. Okay. You should be a W-2 employee to your own business. So yes, you're going to lose some money here during this process. We're not going to keep 1099ing ourselves and taking checks. We're going to be employees to our own business. Okay, so you just need to understand the cost of that, because any cost that you acquire from doing business, you should always make your customer pay for it. So understand what it costs you to be an employee on your own payroll, and then you make your customers pay for that. This is the reason why prices go up on stuff, because in order for me to keep my doors open, you got to cover the cost. I solve problems and you got to pay for it. The only way I can solve the problems is to keep my doors open. The only way I can keep my doors open is if you pay to keep them open. Okay? So understand all of the fees of what it's going to cost you to do business, so you understand how much you need to charge your customers for doing business. All right. Taxes, as far as QuickBooks, absolutely, I use QuickBooks. If you go to travisknows.com, matter of fact, I can actually probably just show you guys better right here. If you go to www.travisknows.com, sometimes it acts a little funky if you don't put the www in front. If you go there and you come down here to my tools that I use, okay, click right there. You can actually sign up for QuickBooks, and they actually have a $50 gift card that you'll be able to get. Plus, you'll get 50% off of your subscription, but you absolutely need QuickBooks. I have a video as well here on YouTube breaking down QuickBooks. If you need funding as well, again, it's on travisknows.com. You can come right to it and you can find out how you can get funded for your government opportunities here. Okay. We're going to need some money. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if you actually come here, where are we at? If you come right here at the bottom, business funding, you can get in touch with the company that I've partnered with. Later Financial Group. They've helped me get funding. They can help you get funding too. So again, you could go right there and check that out. That is at www.travisknows.com. So you can get set up for that. So hopefully that answered your question there. Let me see. Do I got any more here? Got about 10 more minutes, I believe, on here. Hey, Kia, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. What are super stickers? I was about to say, what are these things called? I appreciate you purchasing the super sticker. Don't forget, guys, travisknows.com. When we went to travisknows.com, if you purchase a super sticker badge or anything off of me, make sure you come over here. You click on this tab right here at the bottom. Get the sauce, okay? Y'all see it right there. You can access it. I got some goodies for you guys. It's a token of my appreciating to give back to you guys. I see all y'all. Y'all ain't eating over $200. All right. Can I get started with contracts? What does it say? Can I get started with contracts with the DBA if I get certified as DV or SB? Yep. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Reese, I appreciate that. I appreciate the super sticker. Come on, man. I got to have a super sticker party for y'all. Come on, man. Appreciate it. Don't forget the local convention and visitors bureau. Oh, absolutely. Crazy contracts there. Crazy contracts. You could actually, for all my event people, my people in the event industry, that's a great place to go look for those contracts. Money Talk Show. Once you get one certification, you can get them all. Wash, rinse, and repeat. That's the beauty about certifications too, whether it's state, local, federal. Once you get one cert, they all gonna ask for the paperwork. Same. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and get that paperwork. All right. What else? We're still talking about that. Fayetteville's in the house. Mary Lou, what's happening? I enjoy all the videos. I got tons of videos in my YouTube channel, guys. Make sure you take advantage of it. All right. I recently found out about federal contracting, trying to leave corporate plantation. Hey, look. Don't call it the corporate plantation. You know what I'm saying? Your words have power. See, when you go sit there, you get yourself frustrated showing up to work every day, right? And I had to learn this process, right? Because I was using some of those same type words. Like, I'm at the corporate plantation. But once I started changing away my words, I'm like, yo, I'm at the multi-million-dollar clubhouse. I'm at the $1 million party. I want to show up every day because, again, what most are calling a plantation, it's your learning platform that you ain't even had to pay for. You ain't had to use your hands. You had to put in some hours. But they could teach you something that a professor never could. See, a professor never ran a business, which I don't understand, man, how, I ain't knocking my teachers or anything like that, but how do you expect to make millions of dollars learning from people that only know how to make $100,000. They've been a professor for the last 80 years. They don't know how to do it. You can't learn information from people who don't do it. So now that you're at work, again, this is what I told you, man. Some people call it kissing ass to the boss or whatever. I don't care what you call it. I'm trying to learn from somebody who's already successfully implemented where I'm trying to be. If you're at the business job right now and they're making, $2 million a year and that's where you want to be, you now have opportunity to get a mentor. You should never pay for mentors. You should work for mentors. You should help mentors solve their problems. Because usually that mentor that you want to help, that you want to solve their problems, they've already been operating in where you want to be. So boom, the minute you help them solve an issue, you're on the inside. I told you, shaking hands and kissing babies. You fix a mentor's problem, they going to let you hold their baby. And now you in there. All right. Hopefully that helped you out. Look forward to joining the Pure Money program, Malcolm. We're going to be looking forward to have you up in there. You feel me? Can you show you how to leverage a DBE license and MBE? I think that's all part of my programming, man. We're about strategy over here. Licenses and certifications and all of that stuff, man. It ain't going to help you. It's not going to give you any big game or anything like that. Like the food ain't just going to fall in your lap. All a license and certification does is give you a scope on your gun. But if you don't know how to adjust the scope, right? I don't know if anybody ever went shooting before with a scope on it, but if you don't know how to adjust the scope based off the amount of air that's going, all right, based off the distance that you got, like you ain't going to hit nothing anyways. I don't care if that red beam says it's going to hit that or not. If you didn't adjust the settings, like it's just going to shoot and fire. And that's exactly what happened to people. So now all of a sudden we get these certifications. That's the scope. But we still got to know how to adjust the scope so we can shoot and hit our target. You feel me? All right. Do we go directly to the military sites to find out their contracts? You can. You should learn about the agency. Every agency has a forecast for 2023. You could look at some of their opportunities. Let me ban this Tinder hot XYZ. You can go to like I said, every agency has a forecast. You can go look at their forecast for 2023 opportunities before they hit the streets. SAM.gov is going to be opportunities that are live and on the street. But again, your research is going to show you what opportunities are coming up before you even go out there. Hope that answered you. But there's multiple places to look for opportunity. Do I have a Discord? Yes, I do have a Discord group for the people who are in my program. We have a private Discord group. Show us an example of leasing or cheating when I get there one day. When I'm submitting a bid, should I already have the team set up? I think I've answered that. Signed up for the 7-day challenge. Appreciate you, Terry. Hope you get started ready for Monday. We're going to hit the ground running. Be ready. Be ready. Hard to hear over the music. My bad. I apologize. I had the music rocking. Hey, the track is fire. Where can I get it? You can't get it anywhere. It's on my desktop. My man Trey made it for me, specifically for the Pure Money game. That's the only place we can get it. Building that community, man. See how it works. Hey, man, I was wondering what NAICS code could I use as a middleman, being that I don't want to box myself into one specific industry. Do your research, find out what products you want to sell, and then you'll find out what agency is using what NAICS code for the products that you want to sell, and that will be what NAICS code you need to use. That's the best way that I search for my NAICS codes. Damn, you just got out of class and missed the whole damn thing. We got to be quicker than that. But you know it's recorded. We'll be back here next Thursday. I appreciate you jumping on when you did. Next week, Thursday, can you go over commercial real estate? You got to go to GovCon cheat codes, put it in the hopper. I got a team that does this stuff, so it goes in the hopper bin. Put your information in there, what you'd like to hear about. When submitted a bid, should I start looking for a team before? Dang, man. I asked that question like 1,000 times. You're going to make sure I get that thing answered. Let's go over some of these other contracts. Look. Do you also trade futures or Forex? I actually just trade stocks now. I'm struggling with getting contracts in local and state. Join the program, man. Or you can always go to travisknows.com. There's a consulting button right there. You could pay for the consultations. Right? That'll work too. Hard trying to find partnership with a company. Absolutely. I ain't say it's going to be easy. See, the reason it's hard to find partnerships with a country because you ain't approaching them right. 9 times out of 10, you probably approaching them looking like you're begging for opportunity. You got to be able to approach people correctly. It's people at the end of the day, and most people don't want to work for you, right? We can't go to people looking like we're asking them or begging them to work for us. We got to come with them with it's only 2 things that you can do for people. You know what I'm saying? I always say it's only 2 ways that you're going to make me excited to do some work for you. If you don't say one of these 2 ways, it sounds like you want me to work for you, and that just ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? You need from me, and I'm not going to work for you when you need from me. Okay? If you can help make me more money without doing no extra work, I'll listen to you. That's the way that I'll listen to you. So that means that you're going to have to put all the pieces together, the puzzles, and you just need me as one little extra dot to connect the piece. Anything else, you're asking me to do work for you, and you know what I'm saying? We already generating revenue, so why would I come work for you? You see what I'm saying here? The other way is that you can help me save time. Like you can understand some of my approaches or systems or something that I do, and you could do something for me, add automations or do something into my processes and procedure that's going to save me time. And when you save me time, 9 times out of 10, you save me money. And we're right back to the money again. So technically, if you ain't helping nobody make no extra money, and I ain't talking about because you seen a contract and you blah, blah, blah. No, do you got all the relationships? Can you make this an easy win for us? Like, I don't want to do no work. And I'm telling this for everybody. If you look at yourself right now, if somebody came up to you like, yo, I'm a woman-owned business. I want to do government contracting and selling wood. Here's my stuff. Let's work together. You looking at them like, well, what the hell you want me to do? You want me to work for you? No, that ain't going to happen. You would do the same thing. So don't expect people to do the same for you when you're asking them for stuff. Instead, you need to come with the game plan already together. And now that extra little piece called them solves the whole puzzle. And boom, you got the relationships. You built it like that. So it takes some time to do this, man. You gotta show up and not ask all the time. Sometimes you got to show up and give advice. Let them know, hey, you sent the email out incorrectly. Here's the right link. I went and researched it for you. You know, how can you scratch their back? And then you ask them to scratch yours. So hopefully that helps out. All right. Are there government contracts in trading? No, there's not government contracts in trading per se, but it could be in the education of trading. Also, it could be I know for sure there's cryptocurrency contracts left and right. Could you do a live about pricing? No, actually, I won't do a live about pricing. That's one that I won't do because that's the sauce. So it is in my program, though. I got a whole course on pricing back there in my program. Where can I find out about your course syllabus or what it'll be getting for my money? PureMoneyGovCon.com. Yeah, break it down in there. There's videos there. You can watch it and see what we got going on. PureMoneyGovCon.com. Could you do a live about pricing? Yeah, just answered that one. What's the best way to find a products-based contract? Sam.gov, Unison. There's multiple places for contracts to be found, but Sam.gov will be your main one. Yeah, we still live, but we about to end in 5 minutes. So you about to end in 5 minutes here. It's the Inspiration Center. It builds my motivation. I'm glad. Gerald, I appreciate. Dang, Gerald, 20. I appreciate you right there, Gerald. Much love to you, my brother. Who the hell is this Tinder Hots? How do they keep getting on here? Man, they active on this thing. So you change NAICS codes based on whatever the contract demands. That is true. Kind of, sort of, but you don't want to be a jack of all trades. So you don't want to have 1 million NAICS codes under your profile. Instead, you want to have the NAICS codes for the work that you want to do. Okay. Now, once you start winning contracts in one NAICS code, then you can like add on another NAICS code. Or let's say you're in the IT side of the house. Like IT may have 5 or 6 NAICS codes that pertain to IT, right? So you need all 5 or 6 of those NAICS codes on your profile. But then you could switch to manufacturing one day. You need to add that NAICS code in before you go submit a bid at that opportunity. Now, this is on the federal level. Your state and local, you're going to have to go to a meeting and they'll allow you to put those NAICS codes in. They're going to ask you a question like, so for instance, I got a packaging NAICS code under my profile for the state. When I went to go meet with Department of Transportation, they like, yo, you don't have a manufacturing plan or any of that to do packaging. So what do you need this NAICS code for? And I said, well, I plan to do packaging one day. Nobody can tell you what you can't do. Okay. Don't allow their questions to scare you and stop you. You just understand like, yo, you can't tell me what I can or can't do, but I do need to answer the questions correctly in order to get what I want. All right. Oh, TNT lady, I appreciate you. My bad. TNT signature, get that women owned certification too. All right, cool. 99 cent from Terry Taylor. Appreciate you. I don't know. Money, mouth, face. Sure. Can you show us to leverage our DBE license? Again, go to govconcheatcodes.com. Fill in the suggestion box right there for content that you would like to see. And we'll get to those videos at some point. Appreciate you again, Terry. Landscaping contract right now. You have a landscaping contract, I tell you, holler at my man Robert. Robert is doing landscaping at an all-time high right now. So definitely holler at Robert. He is crushing the government contracting when it comes to landscaping. All right. Well, guys, we've been on here on YouTube for 2 hours. Again, I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. Quickly here, we are going to go through what it is that I have here that you guys can access. If you go to www.travisknows.com, you can find out everything that I got going on. If you go to my Instagram, officialtravisdavis.com, or officialtravisdavis.com, my Instagram, officialtravisdavis, you can actually click that link. It's the same thing as travisknows.com, but you can click the link, find out everything that I got going on. We do have our 7-day federal government contracting challenge going on this Monday. If you've never been a part of it, man, it's a great way to learn government contracting, to learn my mindset of how I go about this stuff, how to position yourself, even if you don't have your company registered in the same system. That's kind of better to be a part of this challenge at this point, because I'm going to teach you how to strategically register your business in sam.gov and just how to generate business, period. We're also going to learn about internet marketing on the last day. That completely blew everybody's mind, the last day of the challenge. So again, every single day you're going to get emailed to you submissions that I need you to complete. And then we're going to hop on Zoom live at 11:30 a.m. Eastern so I can answer your questions about the day's mission. It's all recorded. So if you can't make it, you can watch the replays. If you got a question specifically, you can shoot over an email or put it in the Facebook group, and we'll go ahead and answer that on the next time that we go live. You will have access to that training for 30 days after the last day. So go ahead, visit travisknows.com. Come on right down here to the 7-day federal government contracting challenge. You can get signed up for that. If you're ready to go, you're gung-ho, go ahead and jump into our e-course. Okay, you can get into our e-course. It's a 1-year program. You're going to have a back office full of information. Let me see if I can grab this here again so you guys can check this out. You're going to have a back office full of information. You'll actually get a replay of the 7 days that you get to watch. You can't join live, but you'll get the replay. You'll see all of my courses that, I am teaching. I guess I need to get on the right screen. You'll see all of the courses that we are teaching right here as far as the trainings that we have, live trainings that's going on. You can also get my master classes. A lot of you guys asked about pricing. You'll see this right here, fringe, overhead, G&A rates, the numbers for your proposals. Most of the stuff that you need is right here. And this is an evergreen course. So that means I'm constantly making videos and uploading them back here, and you're going to get access to all of that. puremoneygovcon.com. You can check that out. Or once again, if you go to travisknows.com, click that tab for our Pure Money GovCon e-course, it'll take you there too. Don't forget, you can always take the assessment at GovCon cheat codes and find out exactly where you need to be. It'll push you there. Plus, there's some amazing free resources at govconcheatcodes.com to take advantage of. And if you would like specific information, yes, if you would like me to talk about specific stuff, go ahead, go over there into govconcheatcodes.com. There is a section to suggest content. Okay. And we will make it. It may not be as fast as you want, but hey, you're getting this stuff for free. Okay. So go ahead and let us know what you would like to hear for free, or you could just jump into our programs and you can find out a whole lot more. Let me see. I believe if you want a consultation, again, that will be at travisknows.com. You can schedule your 30-minute consultation right now. It does cost some money. I don't do free consultations. But if you believe that I can help you expedite where you're trying to be in 30 minutes, then hey, let's jump on a call. And trust me, we change lives in 30 minutes. So don't think that you can't get what you need in 30. So again, travisknows.com. You can check all of that information out. Outside of that, guys, I think that, I have been able to answer all of your questions today, provide you the information. Don't forget puremoneygovcon.com, the year course. The price does go up $100 every 5 people. And I don't know when people are buying. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear this, if you don't want to pay an extra $100 from the price point that it's at now, you should jump in it ASAP. Once again, it's puremoneygovcon.com. Make sure you're following me on all social media. On Thursdays, I'm on YouTube. Fridays, Facebook group. I'm shooting to be in there this Friday. I talk about online marketing, and we're going to be talking about affiliate marketing tomorrow inside of the Facebook group. I have training videos in there right now. If you're not making $1,000 a month minimum, okay? If you're not making $1,000 a month minimum on the internet, you need to be in that Facebook group. There's videos right now teaching you how to generate $1,000 a month on the internet completely for free. All you got to do is join the group. That's Pure Money Legacy in the Facebook group. Once again, you can go to travisknows.com, scroll to the bottom, and hop inside of that Facebook group. On Mondays, I'm on Instagram at 8 p.m. Eastern. I am on Instagram. On Tuesdays at 8 p.m., I am on Clubhouse. On Wednesdays, it's supposed to be a break, but now I'm finding myself on LinkedIn. Okay, so I got to fix that LinkedIn profile. I haven't been on there in a minute. But anyways, that is my schedule. If you guys have questions, again, you can do the consultation or you can wait until I go live. Just do not DM me questions because I'm not going to answer them. And I don't want you guys to call me names because it hurts my feelings. No, it don't. It don't really hurt my feelings. I'm just joking with you guys. Y'all can call me whatever names you want, man. Words don't do anything to me. But I'm telling you guys, if you would like for me to answer your questions free, you need to subscribe to these channels and just show up. And the reason I do this, again, is because I know that I'm probably not going to help you in a DM with a question. So since you want to ask the question, ask it in front of everybody. Because now I could possibly not just serve you, but I could serve 50, 60. We had 90 some people on here earlier. Like I get to serve everybody at the same time instead of just one person. So that's where you can come get your questions answered. I appreciate everybody who did ask your questions because, again, it doesn't just serve you. It serves everybody who has that same thought in their head. So keep coming in, asking these questions. But most importantly, guys, I need you guys to keep sharing this information out. Once again, if you guys thought that you picked up some value today, drop that fire emoji down there in the chat. Let me know that you guys picked up some valuable information. I appreciate each and every person for hanging out with us. Shout outs to my guy Trey, okay, for our Pure Money song. Maybe I do need to get this up on the internet somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Already know what it is.
But shout outs to Trey for the Pure Money song. I love you all, man. I hope that you guys truly have enjoyed today. We will be back here next Thursday. I hope that you guys stay safe out here in these streets. Remember, you can take some great notes off of everything that I said. You can absolutely take some great notes of everything that I said. But until you start taking action, none of this stuff is going to make sense. So start taking that action today. You don't have to wait until tomorrow. Diane, I appreciate the sticker again as well. Thank you for the support. I love you all. Y'all stay safe out here in these streets.
Gotta keep your mind sharp. You gotta maintain, and it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Stay.
Like I'm messing stuff up.
Yeah.